Hello?
2911, what's the location of your emergency?
I don't know, I'm in the forest. We came looking for my friend. I found her. She's walking purple. My sister was at the wedding. She's not responding.
Are you able to start CPR?
No, my sister did.
This 911 call sent police rushing to the scene where they found Mia Campos, a 7-month pregnant teen, lying face down on the forest floor.
I turned her head straight, but her lips said I was already cold. And I started doing CPR, and when I feel her hand, it was already cold. She stopped.
With no solid leads, investigators found themselves caught in a strange limbo, chasing shadows, unsure if Mia's story ended there, but it had just begun.
So she just walked out of the house for no reason.
I mean, that's what we're trying to find out.
We know why. She's meeting you, dude.
On July 15th, 2024, at 12:45 a.m., Georgia police received a 911 call reporting a missing person.
Gwinnett County 911, what is location of the emergency?
Burning Bush, sir.
What's happening there?
My sister left the house at 10:30. She's pregnant. We don't know where she is. None of her friends know where she is.
Can I get her name, please?
Yes, her name is Mia Campos.
How old is your sister?
She's 16.
Does she have a history of doing this?
Yes, but she's always answered and she's always come home right away.
Officers, they should be out there as soon as they can, okay?
Okay, all right, then, thank you.
Just after 1 a.m., a second call came in. Mia Campos was found dead near Stevens Road in Loganville. What began as a missing persons case had taken a darker turn, sending officers racing to the scene to uncover the truth.
6 hours almost was like, comparatively, we're gonna have to lock the scene now. Yeah, figure out what happened. Not true.
You gotta go to the sidewalk, bro.
No signs of blunt force trauma, no gunshots. Was her clothes, all her clothes still on?
They were, yeah.
So we basically don't know why she's 40 or no T1.
Okay.
Let's get CID notified. Let's see if we can't get this normal.
Mia Campos was a high school student with dreams of becoming a veterinarian. She'd recently learned that she was expecting a baby boy. But in a single tragic moment, everything was shattered. By the looks of it, the police could identify that it was not a natural death, but a horrific murder. The investigation team arrived at the scene, securing the area.
I've got my recruit here. He's got to brief you on what we got, okay?
Basically, the family, they found her here at Texas V3. They tracked her over here. They found my iPhone. I have her cell phone in my car.
Okay. I appreciate it.
They began searching for visible clues to determine the cause of death.
Here it was like 25 feet or so back in the woods.
I wonder why she would retreat back in there.
Down below.
There's a small amount of blood up there, and there's a piercing.
That blood could be roaster air.
Unless that one drug her out, if that piercing talked the ass. Yeah.
When nothing physically suspicious stood out, the focus shifted to investigating what had led the family to the scene that night.
They all said they all weren't here when they found her.
Just the baby's father, Jesus, and the dad, Edward.
The two people who discovered Mia lying in the woods, her father, Edward Campos, and the father of her unborn child, Jesus Monroy, claimed that they'd located her through a friend she'd previously shared her location with. To piece together the events of that night, investigators chose to interview her father first.
Can you kind of walk me through where this all started, where your night started, and how you got to this point?
Yeah, I arrived to the house around 11:30, and that's when I found out that she went to the store. She told my son, "Hey, I'll be back. I'm gonna go quick trip."
She didn't say with who or anything like that?
And we started calling and calling and calling, and she didn't answer.
Do you guys have any idea who picked her up at your house?
We called Jesus to see if maybe, she can pick her up. But then we thought he's gone. And he said, "Oh, well, Jesus with me." I said, "Well, we can find her." So he came and his father.
And then you guys start looking for her?
Right. We called one of her friends to see the location.
So he told you that she was around here?
She was around here.
I understand this may be difficult, but can you explain to me what exactly you guys saw when you found her?
She was laid down, like with her back down, kind of sideways, but her head, it was inside that, like the bushes. I turned her head straight, but her lips that was already come through. And I started doing CPR, and when I feel her hand, it was already cold. She stopped. That was no physical, like they hit her or they shot her to death, The overdose? Maybe, I don't know.
You got any reason to believe that she would overdose?
I mean, because the way I found her, I'm praying to God that hopefully they don't give something to her that's what happened.
To your knowledge, she's not using drugs.
No. The only thing that we found her last time, those bikes.
Those weed vapes?
That's the last one that we found. That I know that I took them away from her. And that's when she came and pregnant. And after that, I mean, she was normal. I guess because her baby.
Okay. And what about Jesus?
Jesus? Yeah, I think he's over there.
He's over here still too? Okay. We appreciate you talking to us.
Her father didn't report anything suspicious, so the police turned their attention to Jesus, hoping his account would shed some light on the tragedy.
First off, I'm sorry for your loss. So can you kind of just walk me through what was, so far and everything?
So for what I know, she left the house. Her sister called me like around 12, like kind of crying, asking if she was texting me or she was with me. And I'm like, no, I'm home right now. Like, I don't know anything. Her sister was like, you know what, let's look in the woods. So that's what we did. We entered through that side. We kept looking. We all spread out. And then my dad is the one who saw her. And then we checked for a pulse and there we didn't get any response back. And so I just carried her out here. Everybody just started crying.
Okay. Were you guys together? Were you guys like dating or anything?
I mean, I didn't know her to the party last year around December.
According to Jesus, when Mia revealed her pregnancy to him, she also claimed that the pregnancy resulted from a one-night stand they had together.
But I don't know if she was wasted, but it's a house party. You had to be over 18, so I'm sure she used a fake. They were checking all my IDs because there was a lot of things that, they were like alcohol, drugs. What happened, it wasn't supposed to happen. Like a month and a half later, she contacted me, and then that's when she told me she was pregnant. I freaked out and everything, and was like, this really happened? Her parents got in contact with my parents. We just talked everything out. Just wanted me to take responsibility for the baby and everything. So that's what I've been doing. I take her to the appointments for the clinic.
I gotcha. And from what you know about her, did she use any drugs, pills, or anything like that?
I'm not sure if it's true, but I've heard she did coke.
Okay. Was it normal for her to leave the house at later at night?
I mean, I didn't really tell my parents because it's not a great time to talk about it right now. But she was talking to this one guy.
In response, Jesus made a bold claim, alleging he suspected Mia had recently been involved with another man. As the investigation progressed, he further claimed he believed she may have been using drugs.
I don't know the guy's name. They were holding hands and she posted it on Instagram after 1 a.m. But those are really about the times I've seen her go out late at night.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke with her?
She had told me she had gone out to the mall. She bought her dress because we was going to have a baby shower probably in 2 weeks. Yes, message was around 8:20. I was at the house, but I was on the phone and then I fell asleep and then I woke up and I started playing video games, so I didn't text her back till later on. And then after that, I got no response to that.
Sure.
They haven't said anything what really happened to her or anything?
The medical examiner is going to be the lead on this until more information comes back. Is there anything else about what happened or what's going on?
To be honest, I'm confused. I mean, I really don't know what happened. I really don't know anything.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Despite these serious accusations, there wasn't enough evidence to draw any conclusions.
The father said that she left around 10:30. She told the younger brother that she was going on a quick trip. That somebody came and picked her up in a vehicle. So he does find it a bit strange that she did get picked up at that time of night. So there's a potential for, her use of drugs in the past. So that's a possibility.
The possibility of drug involvement began to surface, a troubling angle, especially considering Mia was pregnant and aware of the responsibility she carried. For many, it was hard to imagine someone nurturing a life would put that at risk. Amid growing uncertainty, detectives remained focused on finding a lead. That's when they received a troubling phone call from Mia's sister, Marisol Salazar.
My sister-in-law told me that the one that had more information was Leah's best friend. Her name is Jordan. Okay. She told me that the guy made her walk up all the way to the entrance of the neighborhood.
Did she tell you what guy?
No. I'm pretty sure she had more information than us. Because they're best friends.
Okay.
I have a video if you want me to send it to you.
All right. I appreciate it. If you guys get anything further, just give me a call back, okay?
Okay, so I will. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
The call suggested that Mia's best friend, Jordan, might hold crucial information. The detectives quickly went to her home, eager to find the truth and get justice for Mia. When they arrived at Jordan's home, she revealed something chilling and completely unexpected.
How's it going?
Regarding Nia?
Yes.
Hello.
Thank you. Hey, so I'm Detective Ariaza. That's Corporal Araya. Obviously, we're Gwinnett PD. Hi.
Hey, Mom?
I'm assuming you know we're here to talk about a little bit about Mia and kind of what's going on with that.
That night, she texted my name. And I was like, yes. She said that she was going to link up with him.
What's him being?
Jesus. And then she said, this dude was making me walk to the entrance. I'm guessing like the entrance of the labor pit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, girl, I'm scared. And that was the last day she ever said to me. So I was like texting her, telling her to answer me, but she never answered.
Is there anything that you know that would be a reason for her to tell you she was scared?
He's never done anything or to be scared of him like that.
Okay. I know she was pregnant. What's going on with that? And what did you know about her and her relationship?
We had like, when I would have checked her before.
Like before she got pregnant, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like probably 2 times before she got pregnant. And I think she was saying like she didn't really want to be in the kid's life.
Did you say she just got to know he was 20?
Jesus is 20.
Yeah, like a few weeks ago, she told me that she had found out that he's 20. When he had gotten her pregnant, she was 15.
Okay. Would she talk about him often to you?
Not necessarily, like only when like she would do things that like annoyed her.
Were they seeing other people?
Mia, she has seen like other guys. They both have. But like it wasn't like really anything serious or anything.
Do you know Jesus at all?
No, I never talked to him before. I just know like what happened between them. But like me and like some other people, we kind of think that like Jesus had something to do with it.
Jordan claimed that the age gap between Mia and Jesus was a significant factor in their relationship. While Mia was 15, Jesus was 20 years old. She also revealed that Mia's friend group had always been suspicious of Jesus's behavior. To verify Jordan's claims, the detectives examined Mia's phone, hoping to find messages aligned with her account. What they found offered a glimmer of hope in uncovering the truth. Deleted messages from Mia's phone were successfully recovered, revealing that her last known texts were at 8 p.m. on the night of July 14th, 2024.
She says, I'm betting. I can't sleep. I go to sleep at 2. He's like, damn. He says to her, is everyone awake? She says, just my nephews. Everybody else is sleeping. Talking about coming to get her. He's like, you down or what? She says, yes. And then he says, what time? She says, 10:30. He says, let me get ready. Don't say, matter of fact, delete all the messages, even from recently deleted. She says, okay. He's like, I'm for real. She's like, okay. Then he says, I'm on my way. He says, come to the entrance. That's at 10:32, which is when she walked out of her house.
These messages revealed something far more critical. Jesus had blatantly lied to the police. To make matters worse, the Ring camera footage from Mia's house showed her walking toward the front of the neighborhood, just as Jordan had claimed. Investigators believed Jesus had suggested this route to avoid having his car captured on any security cameras.
She texted her best friend as she was walking up to meet with Jesus. And then she told him right before she stopped responding, she said, I'm scared. Her best friend says, why? And then she never hears from her again, and she's dead now.
It was clear now that Jesus wasn't just hiding the truth. He was actively trying to erase it. So far, all investigators knew was that Jesus had been the last person to see Mia alive. There were no visible bruises on her body, no major evidence at the crime scene, and some even questioned whether she'd overdosed. But then a call came from the medical examiner's office that would change everything. It didn't just set the record straight, it gave them something far more unsettling to work with.
The medical examiner's office called. Dr. Terry said she had a bruise on that front throat muscle, so she ruled it as a homicide asphyxiation. She said probably due to a compression of the neck. So she's thinking it's probably more of a like chokehold style. Maybe she got sneaked up on, ambushed or something, grabbed by the neck, it's clear that this is going to be an intentional act that caused her death.
With that, the police reached out to Jesus. They remained skeptical, unsure if it was the right move to contact him or if he'd slip away, knowing the police were onto his lies.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, man, it's Detective Harries with Gwinnett PD. How are you?
Oh, yeah, hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. So I'm just going down the list, and I kind of got to talk to everybody again. I wanted to see if you and your parents were able to come up to our headquarters to speak for a minute.
Do you mind me asking about what topic?
The situation with Mia. I mean,
Okay.
not trying to say it in an insensitive way, but kind of move on with this.
I mean, I can go right now.
Hours later, on July 17th, 2024, Jesus arrived for a formal interrogation.
This is Corporal Daniel. You just walk me through your day, Sunday, who you were communicating with, stuff like that.
I was by myself though most of the day. I was just there at home. I mean, I never left the house or anything. My brothers had a soccer game. So they went over there, and then after that, they went to their friend's house across the street, and then they got home like around 11. I mean, the only people I talked to is my cousin from Texas, my girl, because she's from over there as well. Oh, and Mia as well.
Is your girlfriend in Texas?
Yeah, she lives.
Okay. So what was your communication like with Mia on that day?
We was texting the whole day. She had gone down to the mall. She bought a dress for the baby shower. The last message I got from her was at 8:21 about her cat, because she had a cat missing. And then after that, that's when her brother started calling me saying if she was with me.
Okay. And the last time you talked to her was 8 p.m.
Yeah, that was the last message.
The last message. Do you still have the messages with her, like on your phone?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, do you mind if we take a look at them? Thanks.
During the interview, Jesus remained unnervingly calm, as if he'd memorized a script and was sticking to it.
Did you guys ever hang out or anything?
She would ask me to hang out, but I would bail on her. So I wouldn't really hang out with her.
Obviously, you know, like we got her phone and everything. Would there be any reason for there to be any more messages between you and her that we're not seeing here?
No, you can scroll up all you want. But
Did you delete any messages on here?
no.
Did you message her saying that you were going to come pick her up?
His constant denial was infuriating, but detectives had already found the dark secret he tried to hide, and now they were ready to confront him with it.
She has messages on her phone, right? So she screen recorded your guys' conversation.
Oh, she did?
Mm-hmm. And it's of you guys texting each other. And this is all on there.
I mean, it was probably all messages. I don't know, because
It's not old. It's July 14th. Between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., specifically around 10, you guys talk about meeting up, right? You tell her, are you still down or whatever? She says, yeah. You tell her, okay, I'm going to get ready and I'm going to head over there. She agrees, right? And she leaves her house and walks down the street through her neighborhood to go meet with you. So why are those messages gone on your phone but not on hers?
I don't know what messages she's talking about, because I never meet up with her. I never left the house.
So I'm going to read it to you off of her phone. You down or what? Yes. Let me get ready. Don't say, matter of fact, delete all the messages, even from recently deleted. Okay, I'm for real.
I mean, I didn't tell her to delete anything.
You texted Mia, and Mia texted you. And what is right here is not everything. We're not asking you, did you send the messages? We're asking you to explain what those messages are about, because you did go and pick her up and you're telling us you didn't.
Are you accusing me of having something to do with it?
Jesus was acting naive, but detectives saw right through it. They knew they had a suspect who was lying. Now it wasn't about whether he did it. It was about why.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I did not text her during that time.
But the thing is, you can lie, I can lie, but the evidence doesn't lie. So we're asking you what happened when you met up with Mia at 10:30 at the entrance of her neighborhood on July 14th, this past Sunday.
So, I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to tell you, but...
So she just walked out of the house for no reason.
I mean, that's what we're trying to find out.
We know why. She's meeting you, dude. What's happening is I'm trying to find out who killed your girlfriend and your kid.
She was my girlfriend, boy.
2 lives were gone, and the one man who could explain it all responded with indifference.
The mother of your unborn child, who is now dead, that was going to be a boy, right? What happened was pretty up, right? You can agree to that. You have no explanation for how the messages went from your phone to her phone on that night. So once we download your phone and those messages come back from the cloud and they come back from the server, now what? What is going to be your explanation for that?
Jesus just sat there silently, no emotion, no regret, just a cold, detached stare, like it was all some twisted inconvenience.
Let's move past the text messages. We know she was asphyxiated, right? Strangled. What happened when you went to meet with her?
Nothing happened.
Did you kill Mia?
Why would I?
Did you hurt her?
No. I never touched her. I've always been there for her since day one, since we found out she was pregnant.
That little boy should have made it. That baby was 100% innocent.
Had you guys picked a name for the baby?
Sebastian.
I know you're not this cold, dude. You feel something.
About what happened?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really don't express my emotions.
Okay. All right, hang tight, boss.
Detectives tried everything in the books, even appealing to whatever humanity he had left. But at that point, the real question was whether he had any at all. If anything could prove he was at the crime scene during the murder, it was his phone. Police were about to get that crucial detail, but until then, they feared he might run to evade capture. As a result, he was charged with making false statements to law enforcement. Next, detectives went through his phone. When they checked his messages with Mia during the interrogation, they realized much had been deleted. They feared other evidence might be gone as well. But shockingly, just a few more taps revealed a web of lies they hadn't anticipated.
Look at this right here. This is his Maps app. It says location from 7/14/24, which is the date of the murder. And then it says Stevens Road. Then if you click on it, this is his location from where he was when he opened it at 10:38.
Where is that location?
It's literally at the entrance of her neighborhood. She was found all the way down here. That makes 100% sense. And that's at the exact time that he'd be at the front. Yeah, that's big. I think she got up there and either he wasn't there or his car was just blacked out, parked somewhere. So he's hiding off in the side. And she gets up there and nobody's around and it's dark and it's late and she texts her friend, "I'm scared." And then he comes up and grabs her. And then after that, there's nothing else on her phone.
In his phone, detectives found a conversation with his ex-girlfriend, one that took place just hours before her death. And it could shed disturbing light on Jesus's possible motive.
Oh, this is Texas girl? You
Texas
said?
girl,
Okay.
yeah.
He hints towards the fact of he hurt her by getting somebody else pregnant.
So is the Texas girl breaking up with him?
She cut it off. It seems like he wants to be with her. She's basically saying no because you've got a future ahead of you. In other words, probably the baby and all that stuff. And so he's like, I'll make it up to you.
There were countless ways to try and win his girlfriend back, but no one would have guessed this was the one he chose. Moreover, the cell phone company records provided damning evidence, placing Jesus at the crime scene on the day of the murder. With this, officers visited him at the Gwinnett County Jail on July 23, 2024. However, they couldn't question him further without his attorney present, since the preliminary trial had already taken place.
Hey, Jesus. Basically, why I'm here is to serve you with some additional warrants. We got you meeting up with Mia at the entrance of her neighborhood, and we also got you in the woods with your body shortly after that. So you're being charged with malice murder, felony murder, homicide for the murder of the unborn child, and aggravated assault. Okay. You can go back and walk over there.
Despite the serious charges against him, Monroy was released on a $56,000 bond on August 29, 2024, posting just 10% of the amount. However, things took a dramatic turn on February 13, 2025, when a Gwinnett County grand jury indicted him on additional charges, including statutory rape, child molestation, and enticing a child for indecent purposes. This came after new evidence was uncovered by the district attorney's Special Victims Unit. After 6 months of walking free, Monroy was taken back into custody, this time with no bond and nowhere to run. In court, even more details came to light, making the case against him even stronger.
We got a call about a young female who was located in the woods, deceased. Just got to start putting the pieces together and kind of figure out what's going on. The reason I decided to become a police officer is I wanted to help people in the community and be able to speak up for people who can't speak up for themselves. That's kind of what led me to the job.
Victim's name is going to be Mia Campos.
This hearing focused on whether Jesus should be granted bail again, but he'd already shown signs of trying to run. When officers moved in to arrest him the second time, he allegedly tried to flee. A police drone captured it all from above his house, but officers managed to track him down inside the house and placed him in the back of a patrol car. The judge didn't make a decision right away, but when the ruling finally came, it stunned everyone. Jesus Monroy was granted a $150,000 cash bond on the new charges. According to online records, he's since been released from custody. He's now under strict house arrest, ordered to have no contact with Mia Campos' family, and must wear an ankle monitor 24/7.